Finance Committee.
All right, I'll do my best. Committee in Colts Neck, and yeah, I've been listening, and as you know, I don't have a vested interest in any specific activity or sport involved, and therefore I look at it very holistic and dispassionate, dollars and cents perspective. And as I do, it occurred the question I suppose that I would ask, and the way approach I might take would be to say, how much money needs to be saved that is represented by the 36 programs that potentially are to be cut? And if that amount of money can be identified, would it be possible to put the money that is available into the winter and the fall and winter programs and provide time for parents and community groups to raise money to fund spring programs, thereby allowing perhaps a 6-month period, and allow it to be a collective fundraising effort for programs for the district rather than competing targeted to any one activity, but because we would allow different choices by school or principals depending on interest. So I think something like that might be an approach that would, to me, would be a challenge to put out to the community if there's a dollar figure attached to it, perhaps as a way to deal with the issue of dealing with fall and winter sports, because I don't know that, I mean, when you listen to parents and you listen to the young people, it's very clear that there is a value that transcends the dollars involved for them. And if we can find a way to sustain that value, then perhaps there's a way to find the dollars. So if the dollars can be quantified and presented, I think that would be a challenge worth presenting. And you know, listening to people we have here, I think they may be up to meeting. Thank you.
Catherine McQuillan.
Good evening. I'm Kathy McQuillan from Colts Neck. I'm also a marching band music booster. I'm a music booster for the music department for Colts Neck High School. I cannot even think to compete with right now, like just now, Manalapan High School said, congratulations, you guys, they do a great job, they work just as hard, and it's amazing how hard our marching bands do work. I would like to speak for all, I wish I could, but the marching band keeps me so busy that I can only focus on them right now. But what I do know is that our athletes at our high schools, they are the strength, the backbone of our high schools. Our clubs, our organizations, they are the creativity, the inspiration. And our music department, our marching band, our cheerleaders, and our dancers are the spirit. All three working together. How can you take from one or take from this or take from that? You're hurting them all. Our kids, our teens, and I've been at school so many times, and I see them full involved. They're involved in their community. They're involved in helping make their lives better. And now we're going to start taking away from that. We can't do that. We can't do that to our teens, our future for tomorrow. When I look at our marching band, July is the only month that we don't raise funds. And I'm sorry we didn't do it this July because it looks like we need it. And I'm glad that you're giving us the opportunity to not just squash it all together. We can look at options, but our options right now, our time is very, very minimal. We have marching band, we've already started. Like Manalapan said, they've already been on that field, they've been working hard. We just now got done doing 252 hours of community service to raise some money at the Colts Neck Fair. We work hard, and when they are good kids, these kids are NHS. we had a graduate that went to Princeton this past one of our seniors. Everything, I mean, and he contributes the marching band and the disciplines involved to making him the person that he is. So we can't really, let's try our best. What I really would like to see is that we have a band festival. How do I know how great Manalapan and Marlboro and all the other high schools are? We get to see them at the band festival. If you've ever been, I am sure at the end of the night, when you see all 6 high schools on the field, and they show you their best, and they do their patriotic songs, there's not a dry eye in the house. We cannot deny that to our band. And our Thanksgiving Day game, which is now a Thanksgiving Eve, which is fine by me, I get to go to the parade the next day, which is good. We need to also keep that. That's more than just a game. That's the games between the battle within the district. You can't take that away. I can't go to Howell. Our away game is in Howell. What are we going to do? Stop it and not have our band participate? So please, I will be willing to work with you on our other games with solutions. Maybe at the band festival, we could drive our kids. We're going there anyway, and just have a bus with the equipment. Maybe charge admission, give that to the host school to cover some costs. But we've got to be able to have an opportunity to keep at least these 2 events. The band festival and our Thanksgiving game intact. I appreciate whatever you can do. Thank you.
Kathy Huggins?
Oh, yes. I'm ready. As I said, Kathy Huggins from Farmington, New Jersey, and my boys go to Freehold Township High School. I can't say it any better than my predecessors. You younger. and the young people from the band in Manalapan, how eloquent they were. But I just have some questions. Maybe I'm having a blind moment or I'm getting old with 5 children. But could you just explain a few things for me? Number 1, you talked about free or reduced lunch safety net. Could you just expand on what that really means? You talked about parents to pay to play under $200 or less than $200 is your estimate, and that's grand. But for many people that could be a hardship, and for most people, I think the idea of spreading the wealth across all the sports seems to be the more fair way to go. We mentioned fundraising, but it wasn't clear if how that could be done, if we need to be able to fundraise, can we just pick fundraisers to do, etc. And then the other question that I have is, in this pay-to-play scenario, who's paying for the coaches? Do we need to fundraise to pay for the coaches? Is that what you're already included in the budget? I guess I'm not clear, and I'm having a blind moment about it. So I have more technical questions, but I think that my predecessors have discussed the more intimate and passionate part of the problem. And as one of the speakers said, this is a crisis. I have 2 boys, a junior and a senior, and for my sons, this is their way to be looked at colleges and so on. But I just feel emotional about everyone here and all the different activities that are being affected by this budget crisis. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
That's the end of the list. Is there any? Yes.
Can I speak? I didn't plan on saying something, but...
By all means.
You guys.